So bad news, Barrett has to vacate the Intercontinental Championship, and he comes out to give a warning to the people that are in the Battle Royal. It doesn't matter who wins, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass and get my title back as soon as I possibly can. Exactly what he should have done. Because that is how you keep somebody still popping around and still in the limelight, even though he can't wrestle. And you don't make him look like a pansy or something like that for having to vacate the belt. Now, of course, 9 out of 10 people, if they had anywhere near the injury that he would, they'd be a blubbering mess. But you still get that kind of reaction from some people. They're like, oh, he got injured. Oh, he must be weak or something. Well, Bad News Barrett comes out there, tells you, you're going to get a bullhammer, whoever the fuck you are. It doesn't matter to me. And then we end up having a great battle royal. Best match of the night, my favorite match of the night. I had a lot of fun, and I always have a lot of fun with battle royals. They are always fucking entertaining, no matter what. Even if it's on Raw for like a number one contendership or something, battle royals are just awesome. And start to finish, this was just so fucking entertaining. There were a lot of good spots that a lot of people looked really good in, and a couple of people in particular that really stood out. Fucking Heath Slater eliminates Cesaro, and the crowd goes nuts. For a split second there, I was just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, they're not gonna do this, are they? Okay, there you go.
I got excited that he might win, and I wanted to see it.
Right.
Especially after all the hearsay heap shit that we was talking about.
Exactly. Just hearsay Heath is gonna fucking win this now, isn't he? Like, it was great to see a lot of the people like Curtis Axel and even though I like both of them, Xavier Woods and Zack Ryder, good to see them just get dumped out pretty quickly because we knew that Sin Cara wasn't going to win. So it was funny to see Bo Dallas just push Sin Cara out for an elimination. But I really loved the Kofi Kingston spots in this. Holding on to Cesaro with that sunset flip thing, when he's on top of Big E's shoulders, and just back and forth a whole bunch of different stuff. You got to put Kofi in like every one of these battle royals, even if he doesn't necessarily need to be a contender. You got to put him in there because he's going to figure out something cool to do. And another thing I was really, really happy with, other than the fact that The Miz won, and I was rooting for The Miz over Cesaro, I loved the fact that Sheamus was not the last person. And they could have easily done that, especially if they're going to unify the titles. And it would have kept the feud going, and everything would have been an easy thing. But they made Dolph eliminate Sheamus. And I was so fucking happy with that, because that just shows you that maybe they're paying attention to the Dolph Ziggler chance. Because he has been getting a good crowd reaction for a while now. So maybe there's a chance that he still has a career to him and they're not giving up yet. And maybe they've realized that Sheamus doesn't get that kind of a reaction. So I loved this match from top to bottom. I loved the outcome of it. I loved the action throughout the whole match. Just awesome in my book. What do you think about it, Drew?
It was okay. Actually, I'll say it was good. I liked the ending. I thought the ending sequence was fine. It was just the beginning. I just thought it was really slow in the beginning. I wasn't even paying attention until I saw Kofi started doing his spots with Cesaro. Up until then, I wasn't really paying attention too much. I just wasn't entertained. But then, as soon as I saw Heath Slater eliminate Cesaro, I was like, okay, I gotta fucking pay attention because apparently shit is about to get real. So, the ending turned out to be good. It was the beginning was kind of slow to me. And hey, at least Ziggler almost had a shot at making people believe that he won. The only thing I don't like how the way they did this thing with The Miz is that you knew he was outside the ring the entire fucking time. And the commentators mentioned it multiple times that he wasn't eliminated. You'd think that some of these superstars would have been like, hey, he's not eliminated this whole time. I thought that was kind of stupid, but not enough to ruin the match for me. So, it was just a good match.
Wago, what are your thoughts?
I thought this battle royal was a lot of fun, and I saw countless people online complaining, oh, we're getting another battle royal, and then they was all going, oh, this battle royal's great. Then the Miz won, and then it was all sad again. So, people, make up your fucking mind. As I said, fun, fun match. Had a whole bunch of silly spots. Everyone looked strong in there for the most part, save a few nobodies. And the only critique that I have about it is you've got Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler in the final three, and they make it feel like they're the final two, and before Miz does the surprise elimination. That would have worked great if you stopped fucking going over to the Intercontinental Championship where Miz is laying right there, so he's in camera view. Oh, for fuck's sake, fucking amateur hour. But other than that, it was great.
Miguel, what did you think about this whole thing?
You know what? I'm hearing a lot of good things. I might have to go back and actually check it out. I mean, I've always been a fan of Battle Royals. I think that they are a lot more fun than people give them credit. As far as The Miz winning, I'm beholden to it. I mean, you've heard the stories about them wanting to do something with The Miz. I'm not a Miz fan at all. I was at one point when it seemed like they were seriously trying to make him a main eventer, but he fell off the face of the earth so far that I can't get myself to care about him anymore. And I don't think the title is going to really do it, because the title has meant just as less as The Miz has as of late. So it's going to take a while. They're really going to have to put their best foot forward with getting The Miz over again, and we'll see where it goes.
And Peyton, what do you think about this match, and what do you think of The Miz as the Intercontinental Champion?
I love this match. I think every single person in it did the best part that they absolutely could have. Hell, even the starting moment of it where they're all attacking Kali and Kali just goes rah and throws them all back. It's a simple thing to do, but that's exactly what you should do with a guy in a match like that. He got out pretty fastly. All the jabronis got sent out really quickly, like you said, making room for some of their best mid-card talent to showcase why they're so awesome. So many people looked great throughout this match. Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, Big E even had a cool spot. Heath Slater got a big pop. Dolph Ziggler looked like a champ throughout this entire match. I cannot sing enough praises about this match. In fact, I might even say this is my favorite Battle Royal of all time. And that's something that stuck with me after I saw it, and I think I'm still willing to put it back that behind it. If I had to bring one blemish up to it, though, and Wago talked about it, there was a scene where they brought the camera over to the Intercontinental title, and Miz is clearly in view there. And why did they even do it twice? Like, why did they have him go out of the ring, go back in, and then out again? Why didn't they just have him go out and then just leave your memory, kind of like they did with Santino, so that when he does come back in, it's a big deal? It kind of ruined the surprise element to it, and it would have been a lot better if that had worked out what I'm sure was supposed to be the ideal way. But I thought it was a fantastic Battle Royal. I think Miz was a fine choice. I actually would have loved to have seen Dolph Ziggler because he was off most people's radar. I mean, we were talking about our top 4 people that we thought were going to win it. Dolph Ziggler was not in the top 4. So for him to have won it that night where he was getting such a fantastic reaction, it's almost a shame they couldn't even have called an audible for it. Miz will be fine, though. Miz has been doing cool stuff ever since he came back. He could have looked better that first night where he was just kind of pushed aside, being not as important as Jericho and Wyatt's thing. But that's okay. Miz will be fine as a champion, as a filler. I hope they don't unify the belts while he's still holding it. He's not a person I would see in that match. I hope Barrett comes back, takes it from Miz, and then him and Sheamus can do the unification match because those two have fantastic chemistry. And so do Miz and Barrett as well. They had a series of matches last year that I thought were really good for mid-card matches. So things are looking good in the mid-card title scene, I got to say.
Yeah, I think actually out of all the all the divisions that we've got going on right now, the mid-card has taken the biggest step up this year.
It had the most room to go, I think.
It did, but it actually did go that far, which is good. And now we've gotten to a point where we've got maybe about 10 people that are really solid mid-carders that can also sometimes go into the upper mid-card too, and that's important. So I love this match. I'm going to say match of the night, including the next match. I still think that the Intercontinental Championship match is a lot better than the next one, but we're still going to talk about that anyway, and that is the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.